kind of film at that particular time.
Of course, Walter, when they did the Return of the Seven, they asked me if I wanted to come back. I said, how? I was killed in the first. And I love what my son said. He was a little boy when he went to see the movie. And in the film, Yule shoots me. And my son was very upset. He said, gee, Dad, couldn't you outdraw Yule Brynner? And I said, Peter, if the script says I get shot, I get shot. He said, well, I can't accept that. Oh, I love what Sturgis said. He said, listen, Eli, there's going to be a close-up on you. I want the light to go out of your eyes when you die. I said, the light to go out of my eyes? He said, yes. I want it. I kept thinking, you're turning off the lights. I don't know how the hell to turn off the lights. But his direction was, I want the light to go out of your eyes. And that's what I thought of. I thought, how does a person die? You see it in dozens of movies. The head goes to the side, and I thought, well, that's a cliche. It's conventional. But I'm not going to move. I'm going to make the light go out of my eyes. And that's when my son said, gee, couldn't you outdraw Yul Brynner?
But it's an interesting moment when you watch the picture, in the theater or even on cable now, to see the audience reaction to Eli's death is not, oh boy, they killed the bad guy. It's a very sympathetic, we've lost one of the characters.
And I didn't come back for the Return of the Seven.
We didn't mean to do it. We didn't mean to do it.
You see? I told you. You see your fathers?
It's clearly a picture that has had great impact from my experience and from having talked to many modern directors and filmmakers who referred to its influence on them. And I think certainly from that standpoint, it is a milestone film. I recall once Larry Kasdan, who wrote Indiana Joneses and made many outstanding films, said to me once, when I was quite young, I was taken to see The Magnificent Seven. And after seeing that picture, I decided that's what I wanted to do.
It was a prototype, sort of. See, Kurosawa was making Westerns. I mean, that's where he got all of his influence from Ford and those guys playing Westerns. And we made Westerns, and they were called Easterns, kind of like. So the influence on the genre, I think, was it took it out of the melodramatic, the one-on-one, the black hat and the white hat, and it made it spread it out a little bit more. Gave you more people to be concerned with, made it a more of a larger expanse of the consciousness of the single idea of, like, as ours was, of rescuing these people from this tyranny of the bandits.
You're like the wind, flowing over the land.
They don't know how to make westerns anymore. Because we don't have the high cattle saddles anymore. We don't have the wagons, and a lot of the horses. It takes a whole other kind of mentality to get behind that. And I like Peckinpah and Sturgis and Hawks. Jesus, they all had a background in that myth, in creating that cinematic myth.
I must say, for John was a master chef, and he put together a great entree, which was a magnificent seven. I mean, the music, the photography, the script, the casting, all of that, and Walter and Bob.
I just think that it took one of the basic stories and was started with a good script, but was extremely well executed by Sturgis and those around him. But it's in such a way that there's not a lot of films that were made then that you can run now and it still holds up, and the values are still the same, and the style is still the same. There's no optical work in there. There's no digital work. There's nothing cute in there. But it holds up so well that it could have been made last year.
The old man was right. Only the farmers won. We lost.